Hello, everybody. My name is Ashish Kulkarni, and I work at a blog called Econ for Everybody. And this is my attempt at making economics, well, simple for everybody. If you have struggled through a course in economics, whether it was in school or college or university, you know exactly how boring economics can be. In fact, most of us, when we think of economics, think of boring textbooks, even more boring lectures. We think of diagrams, we think of tables, we think of, worst of all, definitions. And this video is an attempt at helping you understand that economics isn't really as boring as our colleges and schools have made it for us. Economics, in fact, can really be quite interesting, absorbing, and best of all, can help you understand the world around you. Economics, in other words, need not always be about the textbooks. In fact, it's useful to think of economics as offering you a window to understand the world around you. Why do interest rates change the way they do? What exactly is the money supply all about? अरुण जेटली साहब जब budget announce करते हैं तो exactly what does he want to do? What does it mean for us as a layperson? Should we be worried about China and the import of cheap Chinese goods? Is a strong rupee a good thing for our economy or a bad thing? And under what circumstances? And so on and so forth. These are all interesting questions and they all come from the field of economics, but they often aren't addressed in our textbooks in a way that can make them relatable and understandable for everybody. And that's what this series of videos is all about. It is about bringing illumination to these questions and many more and helping you understand what economics is all about. Who's it for? Well, economics for everybody is literally for everybody. You could be young at heart, you could be old, you could be from India, you could not be from India, you could be from anywhere in the world. You might or might not have had a course in economics, doesn't matter. If you are curious and if you want to understand more about the world around you, then I would argue that these videos are for you. One thing that I can promise you is you do not require any mathematics at all to understand these videos. Like I said, all you need is a sense of curiosity and a wish to know more about the world around you. If that description fits you, then welcome. These videos are made specifically for you. All of us have, or at least those of us who have been unfortunate enough to attend courses in economics, have been bombarded with definitions of economics. You will right now hear voices intoning those grand old phrases: scarce means, unlimited wants, this and that, and falana and dimkana. Economics really isn't about all of those definitions. If you ask me, economics essentially is about answering the question of how things get better over time. How and why do countries grow richer over time? How does a slum ever, if at all, translate into a city? How do people get more educated over time? How do people deal with problems of hunger? How do people deal with problems of nutrition? Does economics have anything to say about health? Does economics have anything to say about food? Does economics have anything to say about politics? As you will learn, economics has something to say about all of these, but essentially it is about getting better over time, but doing so as efficiently as possible. And that's really what economics is about, getting better using minimal resources. And if you ask me personally, I prefer to think about economics as the answer to three simple questions. And those three simple questions are: number one, what does the world look like today? Are all countries the same? Are some countries richer? Have those countries always been richer? What did those countries do in order to become rich? What is the fault of other nations with regard to their current status as regards income? All of these are answers to the first question. ये दुनिया जो है ये ऐसी क्यों दिखती है? Why does it not look any other way? And that is the second question. Why does the world look the way it does? Is it because of colonialism? Is India as poor as she is today because of the British? Could that be just one factor? Might there be other factors at play? Maybe it is because of our location, maybe it is because of our temperatures, maybe it is because of the weather, maybe it is because of our neighbors. Who knows? But if the first question is all about why the world looks the way it does, if the first question is all about what the world looks like, the second question ought to be about why the world looks the way it does. And third, and most importantly, what can we do to make the world a better place? Now, this is a tricky question. When we say what can we do to make the world a better place, we need to ask who's we? And what do we mean by better? Is richer necessarily better? Is greener better? Can we be rich and green at the same time? But that's what question number three is all about. So three questions are A, what does the world look like? B, why does the world look the way it does? And C, what can we do to make the world a better place? Now, if you are at all curious about these questions and you want to find out more about the answers to these questions, then that's what these series of videos hope to do, provide answers to each of these questions. Hopefully, you've managed to whet your appetite about what's coming up next. What is coming up next is an answer to the first question: what does the world look like? And I hope that you'll be joining us on this journey of understanding more about economics. My name is Ashish Kulkarni. My email address is located below. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you'll join me for the rest of the series.